And I am Matt Barbour. Thanks so much for choosing to start your morning off with us here. Continuing coverage now on last week's oil spill in the Flint River. The Saginaw Children's Zoo is cleaning up right now after a car crashed into its wolf enclosure overnight. We start at noon with breaking news out of Genesee County. Michael Butler has been sentenced to life in prison without parole for the death of his 16-month-old son. A loud boom with it was heard and felt as far south as Grand Blanc. You have just learned a suspect was arrested in Ohio after a manhunt. This is really the trip of a lifetime for the 76 veterans as a part of this Mid-Michigan honor flight. Continuing coverage this morning on the impending decision in the historic criminal trial against former President Donald Trump. The water was not properly treated, causing pipes to corrode. As the leader of our state, what is your message to all Michiganders on the security of our elections and the steps the state has taken to ensure that? Holy moly, I did!
You're so good at this.
We're pumping it with the pumpkins. Good morning, Mid-Michigan. If you thought that Monday was simply unbearable, just wait for Tuesday. Take a look. Bear alert, bear alert.
We just skipped over summer.
That's true, but it makes me want to throw these papers or something.
You'll see me around.
You're a great guy. We love you. This town is big enough for the two of us, right? All right, have a nice day. Giddy up.
Bye.
Veterans Day is a day to pause and recognize those who have served or are still actively serving our nation in the military. I got the chance to meet a very special group of men from Genesee Township. As you'll see, they have a literal, unbreakable brotherly bond.
I'm Ralph Manor. I'm 78 years old.
I'm Richard Manor, and I'm 79.
I'm Ted Manor. I'm 85.
I'm Paul Manor. I'm 87.
Yeah, it gets a little harder now.
I'm Dave Manor, and I'm, how old am I? 90 something.
I'm Tom Manor. I'm 93.
I'm Vern Manor, and I'm 94.
This band of brothers is 7 strong. Meet the Manor Men.
We're all in Genesee Township. We moved here in 1938.
They have deep ties to Genesee County.
This is home. This is home to us.
Besides their brotherly bond, there's something else they have in common.
All of us.
All draftees.
7 brothers, all veterans.
We just all went in when we was called.
Vern is the oldest, the first to answer the call. He was a sergeant in heavy equipment and combat engineer in the Army in Korea. He was above the 38th parallel.
Well, I was scared a lot over there.
He was there just shy of 2 years.
I could have stayed there another 3 months and I'd have got another stripe, but my wife was home. I made it home. That was the main thing.
As he got to come home, Tom was next in line.
I was coming home and Tom was going in over there.
Then one by one, each entered the service.
I was in the Army for 5 years.
Dave is the jokester of the group. He said he's 90-something. He's 91.
I don't talk to these guys. They're my younger brothers.
He's only kidding.
We still have coffee together, and we talk about our girlfriends.
The brothers have coffee together every morning throughout the week, catching up with each other. As you see, they even have assigned seats.
We all talk together. We don't fight.
They meet at 8 a.m. sharp.
And then at 9 and 9:30, everybody goes to the dentist, the doctor, or something like that.
One can't do something without the other.
Paul is 4th in line. And then there's Ted. Are you the one who keeps the group in order?
Yes, I have to. Somebody has to have that authority,
He recognizes the uniqueness of what they share.
We're very fortunate. I wasn't going to say anything because they said it all. They all lie, so don't believe anything they say.
Richard served in Vietnam in the Marines. He's never known a world where his brothers didn't pave the way.
We started out with the paper route. It started from Vern. Actually, I went all the way down to Ralph.
They tell me what I do.
Is that it?
That's I just listen.
And this is Ralph. As the youngest, he's always looked up to his big brothers.
I feel proud of what they did, and I followed in their footsteps.
We met the Manor brothers in a special place, Genesee Veterans Park.
We built most of this building volunteer.
The idea for the park came about in 2006. With a contracting background, the brothers got to work and cleared the land next to Mott Lake. Next, they built this 6-sided structure, brick by brick.
It took 2 of us to lay each block.
It was finished by 2008. The walls are filled not only with their names, but also the names of other veterans from Genesee County and beyond.
I see a lot of people come in here. They look.
I'm very proud of this place, and it's an honor to have my name on the wall.
Ralph and his brothers hope the community treasures this space for years to come.
They should be proud of what this means.
And I hope when we're gone, other people can remember us by that.
This band of brothers is humble about their contribution, but they deserve all the praise.
We did what we had to do.
A special bond indeed.
Absolutely, yeah. For 7 of them, and to all have that, camaraderie, and they meet every morning for coffee, and they're all in the same place. They haven't spread out across the country.
Oh yes, and they definitely kept me on my toes too. We shared a lot of laughs, which was fun. And you can find the Genesee Veterans Park off of North Genesee Road. It is now managed by Genesee County Parks. All of the large blocks there have been sold and have names at that memorial, but some smaller blocks are still available for $50. So if you're ever up that way, go check it out. But thank you so much to the Manor Men. It was an honor and pleasure meeting you. We are back in just a moment. Welcome back. We have all faced challenges in life, Christina, and maybe we have some regrets how we have spent our time, but one Flint man shows us there's always time to make a change and find your passion. It was about 10 years ago, Leo Napier walked into this pole barn in Goodrich for the first time.
It was just a dream that I had.
A dream to step into the ring as a wrestler.
Started powerlifting in my 20s.
But he would need to do some major powerlifting in other areas of his life to make that dream come true.
Tell me you're having a bad day and I'll look at you and laugh.
At almost 72, he's lived a lot of life, from surviving car crashes, bouts with cancer, and other health challenges.
I went to step on the brake, and I'm like, why isn't my foot moving? Why is my arm not moving? And I thought, oh my God, I'm having a stroke.
He survived not 1, but 3 strokes.
It's like I'm making this stuff up, don't it?
But through it all, he's maintained his positivity and his humor.
I didn't tell you about the blindness yet.
I know, but we're getting there. Napier is legally blind.
When I moved up here, I was 21 years old, and I went to the doctor, and he said, you're going blind. And I went, what are you talking about? He told me about this disease called retinitis pigmentosus. And believe it or not, I got happy.
Not the kind of news most people would get happy over.
There was an Archie comic book character called Moose, and he was a big dog kind of guy, right? And that's who I thought I was. And I'm getting kind of emotional.
He struggled as a child.
Well, being a kid, I thought I was clumsy.
He learned his degenerative eye disease would cause severe vision impairment, but he was still happy.
Because there was a reason for it now. I'm sitting there smiling. He said, are you okay? I said, yeah. I said, I'm not dumb and clumsy.
It ignited something inside of him to never give up.
When you find a reason for something and you got some kind of wit about you, you can accept a lot of things because now you know, and then you can work on it.
And he puts in the work. Just ask the founder and trainer of Pure Pro Wrestling, Joe Bird.
It is absolutely insane to think that he can wrestle at a caliber that he can.
I'll be 72 this year, and I'm still kicking 22-year-olds' butts.
Or he can give you 25 minutes of hardcore main event where he is bumping, he is taking the falls, he's hanging with the 20-year-olds and sometimes gassing them out.
They gave me the name of Father Time, and I was like, why is that? He said, because, Father Time overcomes.
Get up! He is 100% legit.
And when Father Time steps into the ring, he commands attention.
He's helped put us on the map.
When the curtains open, I'm Father Time. I'm this big, larger-than-life, character. I come out there, picking up people, throwing them down, kick into them, booty. I stand up, I'm standing up straighter. I got all the confidence in the world.
You would never know Father Time doesn't see the world as we do.
It's more of a feel in the ring than anything else. I guess they call it ring awareness. I don't hear the fans. The guy that's in front of me is more like flashes.
At first, some wrestlers were hesitant to work with him.
But once they got in the ring, they say, can we do it again?
Father Time wrote the book on how to overcome.
I'm around these young people. They'll learn to move in 3 minutes. It takes me 30.
But he's used to facing challenges.
The environment that I grew up in, it was crazy. Drinking, drugs. I've lost 2, an uncle, an aunt to alcohol and the drug addiction, you know.
He has a drive like no other.
I should be an alcoholic, drug addicted, and a wife beater. That's what statistics say. But I purposed in my mind that I would never get that way. I refuse to do it.
Father Time is like the glue that holds it all together. He's the shoulder to cry on. He's the pearls of wisdom.
In Bird's case, the master has become the student and then some.
You know, I look at him like he's a second father of mine. After my father passed, he came into my life. Excuse me, and
It's okay.
Because of him, I got saved. I became a Christian. He actually married me right here on my farm on Christmas Eve. So he's so important to me and so many people back there.
Father Time doesn't just give lessons on how to dominate in the ring, but also how to dominate in life.
Like how to be a man, how to grow up and like own your actions and be responsible for yourself, and like in understanding that like God's there even when you don't know, you know.
The only thing that holds any back in this life is self. If you decide that you can't do it, then you can't. There's no way in the world I thought I'd be walking the top rope. I didn't think that I'd be in wrestling this long.
The best advice he can give, use your eyes.
But when you start looking up and you start looking around and you look at all God's creation and everything that happens in your life is for a reason.
And just like time marches on, Father Time fights on.
There ain't no time like Father Time. There's 3 things you don't do. You don't...
Oh, what a guy. There ain't no time like Father Time. And when I tell you, Christina, nothing slows Father Time down. Last October, I'll get a little emotional too because he's such an impactful person. His heart stopped. Oh. Not once, but twice. And doctors put a pacemaker in. And as you see there, doctors cleared him. He is still going strong. He's doing great. And Father Time also credits his family there, that he calls them at Pure Pro Wrestling, for keeping him going too. You know, that school has about 50 participants right now. They travel the state and work with schools, fundraisers, nonprofits. So Father Time is inspiring so many people.
Oh, yeah,
and,
you could hear it in the one gentleman's voice talking about him.
And that's just one life that he's touched there.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, this may not be a surprise, Father Time does a little preaching on the side, too. He's out there trying to inspire folks and just really encourage people to take life by the horns, embrace what you have going on, but even rise above that. So he's just a great guy.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
It's incredible.
Really putting things in
he's done.
perspective. So we're rooting for you, Father Time, and I like that he's kicking some bootay, as he said. Father Time rocks. We're back after this.